Hey guys, it's Robin the Lady Biker. How is everyone doing today? Well, I'm here in what's becoming one of my local, so far, favorite places just to come and breathe for a minute. I'm at a lookout point on the way to the John Forest National Park, which is in the Perth Hills, just outside of Perth, and thought I would come to you today and talk to you about the handful of things I've learned in doing my second international move. Let's go ahead. I know it's a little off topic, but it's still a pretty good, interesting one, so let's talk about that. All right, well, hey guys. So, if you've been following along on my channel, you know where I am and you know what's been happening in the last 6 months. But if you're new to my channel, at the time I'm recording this, Allie and I have been here in Australia for almost 2 months. We are still in a lot of ways in the move process because we still have not received our household goods or our bikes yet. But with everything that we've gone through, I thought today would be a good day to come in and share with you a few of the things that I've learned in doing this. This is my second international move in my lifetime. So many years ago, and I'm not going to admit to how many years ago that was, I lived in Europe, in Germany, for almost 5 years, and I absolutely loved it there. I will forever adore the German people. It was such a neat experience. So when the opportunity for Allie and I to be transferred here to Australia came open, we jumped on it because it's Australia. Ah! However, these international moves do not come without challenges. So I thought I would share with you the things that I've learned so far in this. So, number one, know that when you start one of these international moves, things will go wrong. They're just going. You are going to repeatedly have to problem solve, pivot, adjust, rethink, because stuff that you just don't see coming is going to go sideways. Especially any of you that have tried to move or to travel during the COVID lockdown, you understand that things that used to be easy no longer are, and things that used to be quick now take twice as long, if not longer. For example, Australia is not the easiest country to get into because they are so protective of their people and their land and their wildlife, and they should be because this place is amazing. However, to get into country on a specialized visa took us 6 months. So, that having that long duration, and because of that and the flights in and everything, we had not one, not even two, but 3 move dates before we actually were packed out. So stuff's going to go wrong. Oh gosh, I mean, there were just delays. There were some hiccups with shipping our bikes, which I'm going to go into all of that in another video. I'll put a link up here for you. Or at least once I get the video up, I will. But one of the other things, and do not get me started, trying to bank international right now is horrific. And I am very disappointed and very upset with the bank that we had been using, that Allie and I have been using for close to 2 decades. And they've lost a customer because of their lack of customer service and their lack of ability to work with us while we were living international. So tip 1, things are going to go wrong. Number 2, you're going to be emotionally triggered. And you're going to need to give yourself a lot of self-care and cut yourself a lot of slack. Leaving the kids behind, having to let go of so many things whenever we left the US really triggered a lot of strong emotions for me. And I struggled not only during the pack out in California, but in our month in Texas while we were waiting for a flight. And then when we got here, being here for almost not having a bike for 8 weeks, I was highly emotionally triggered, and I did not even realize how much so until As a Mother's Day gift, Allie said, baby, just go rent a bike. You know you need to. And this beautiful heritage, and a special thank you to West Coast Motorcycle Hire for helping me get on her for the weekend, because I've noticed from picking her up and each progressive day, my mind, my attitude, my heart, and just how I feel has improved day by day by day, just by having, because for me, riding is self-care. And I didn't realize just how desperately I needed it until I went ahead and did it. So you may, invest in the things that you know are going to help you process and cope through the challenges, but also be aware and be open to things like, oh, okay, well, maybe I do need to invest in that. A massage, a day at the beach, or whatever it may be, because it is going to be important. All right, number 3, making an international move and making it a good experience. You've got to be open to new experiences. That's new people, new places, new things, just everything. Because when you're open to what's different in your new country that you're in, it makes it a lot more fun. I mean, perfect example, new sports here. I had never heard in my life of the game of footy until we got here. Now, for those of you who are out there who don't know what footy is, oh, it's kind of a little bit of American football, a little bit of rugby, a little bit of soccer, and a little bit all its own. I personally am totally hooked. I love the game of footy. And Allie rolls his eyes. He's like, okay, we'll go down to the sports bar and let you watch. But coming in and being open to a new form of a new sport, you know, I've got this new passion, this new love for a sport, because I do miss American football, but footy's pretty cool. I kind of like it. You know, it's really neat. So it's meeting new people. I have to say, hands down, the Australian people, in my experience so far, and granted it's only been 2 months, but my experience, these are some of the neatest, kindest, most generous people I have ever met in my life. There is something truly special about the people of Western Australia. They are just wonderful people. So being open to new places and new experiences and new things, whenever you're open, it really does make life a little richer. All right, number 4. It's just going to be different. Oh, sorry, my Texas hick just came out there for a minute. It's going to be different, guys. You're going to go into a store and things that you're used to seeing on the shelf, it's either not going to be there or it's going to be there under a different name. You're going to hear different slang. And you would think here in Australia, since they speak English, US speaks English, you would think it would be very similar. And it is very similar, but those similarities, there's just enough difference. One of the things that flipped me out, and I had to have a lady, I mean, seriously, it took her 3 attempts to get me to understand. She kept asking for my postcode. And I'm like, what? And it took me a minute to dial in, oh, she means a zip code. So, you know, it's little things like that, like a parking garage, car park. Some, you know, they're just slightly different. And some things make sense and some things don't. And then there's slang. Everything here is shortened. And some of it makes such sense, especially when you hear it in context. And some of it you have to sit there and go, okay, I gotcha. And then sometimes you're just not going to get it. And you know what? When the locals laugh with them, because it is kind of funny. So anyway, guys, just some little things that I've learned in the last 6 months of all that we went through in the U.S., all that we went through just in arriving here. There have been good, there have been bad, there have been challenges, there have been successes. And so you really just have to approach a change like this as an opportunity to see and learn and do and find out, you know, If we were all the same, life would be really boring. So with that, guys, I've got to return this beauty here in just a few short minutes, and I'm really kind of sad about that. But, and I'm going to be sharing this if you haven't been seeing it in some of my posts, Scarlett's on the way. All right, they said once she leaves port, it should take 4 weeks for her to arrive where we can get her. I'm thinking that's really going to mean more like 6 or 8 weeks because everything is backed up. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna get out and ride while I still have this one. This Heritage has been an amazing bike. I want you to do the same, guys. Get out and ride. When you do, have fun, be safe, and I'm gonna see you on the next video. Bye, guys.